So what we watching? Oh,
Okay, I'm in
the
here.
whole thing?
No, we're not gonna watch the whole thing. We're just gonna talk about it. We both already seen it, right?
Yeah, we seen it. Yeah.
So we're gonna
We're
rewatch the whole
watching
thing.
that shit.
Holy shit! All right, so I had the experience of watching this Goodz versus Cassidy battle yesterday, and I immediately just started jonesing for somebody to have a good conversation about it with.
Right.
Who came to mind quicker than Dizaster?
Yeah, I mean,
Let's talk about it. The impression that you get from watching this video, and I say this as the layman in the room. You're the guy with all the experience in the battle scene and everything. The room seemed to side with Goodz, and it seemed like a no-brainer that he won. And I've seen a lot of sort of meta criticism afterwards that's suggesting that a lot of people feel that actually Cassidy might have won. What are your thoughts on this?
you see, like, battle rap has blown up so much in the past, like, probably like 5 years. And someone like Cassidy, who brings in a lot of like people from the outside that are core fan audience of him, you know what I'm saying? They're really not in tune with what's going on. So without downplaying his fans, because a lot of them probably believe he won. A lot of the people that are just tuning in because of him are going to believe that he won because it's an originality thing. Where the divide is, where people like Goodz that have been in the culture for so long, they know what's been said, what hasn't been said, what works, what's simple, what's easy to write, you know what I'm saying, and what's not. These people that are reacting for Cassidy's favor are more impressed with easy shit. They're the average person, which is not like a bad thing because you have to start somewhere, right? You have to bring in fans. It's a good thing that he brings in those type of fans, but they distort the culture, because if the culture has a view on something, it's because it's coming from certain experience. Yeah, they were on Goodz side, but the culture also doesn't really take that much sides. If Goodz was to fail, he would have got crapped on by everybody.
But what you're saying is you're making it sound like you think that the room was sort of set up to support Cassidy, but that was the opposite.
No, I don't think that. I think the people watching it support him more. The people that were in the room wanted to be impressed by Cassidy, and they weren't. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
I feel like this would have been the hardest beef for battle for Cassidy to win, in the sense that he's famous as shit. The other person's always going to know a lot more about him. He's busy. He doesn't necessarily have time to write a whole bunch of bars for this guy. For Goodz, it's a much bigger opportunity. It would make more sense for Goodz to put a lot of time and effort into writing as much good stuff as he possibly could. And it felt like the room was just poised to show Goodz love. To me, Cassidy is kind of a boring rapper at this point in his career, too. He
doesn't have that like it factor he used to have. But, I mean, he didn't do bad. I think he did good enough for people to be able to defend him. But at the end of the day, like, the room was there for Goodz because, well, first of all, before the battle with the blogs that Cass was doing and everything he was doing leading up to it, like, people was siding up with Cass, bro. He was talking that shit during the fight. Man, he was talking the most shit. People felt dumb going against that because Cass was talking so much shit and in such a fucking well-delivered manner. Like, Goodz wasn't saying nothing, bro. Like, he kept on talking over him in the face-off. Like he kept on just, like, not giving a fuck what he was saying. Like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It just comes down to, at the end of the day, you know, the fans that were there, they wanted to be impressed by Cassidy.
If you were there and it was your job to score this, how would you have scored it?
The first round for Cassidy was really good. You could give him the first round, but even then, like, what he's doing is so simple, and people will say, well, yeah, but simple is effective and that could work. It could, but like in battle rap, when people have already surpassed that level and have already rapped on that level, like, what he had to do is step it up and change his whole pattern. Like, if he would have came with all these new patterns that have never been introduced, then he would have clearly won, in my opinion. But it was just like a better version of his usual self. Like,
for me, I was a Cassidy fan in 2002, 2003, whenever like he sort of like popped out on the scene, and I felt like every time I watched the Cassidy battle, I always kind of leave feeling the same way, which is like, I'm already kind of bored of your rap style going into it from listening to your CDs and shit. And
it's the same rap style too.
It hasn't changed much.
He actually just like takes away the beat. It's the same, you know. inside bar, outside bar setup, and it's the same thing every single time, and he's not using really big words. Now, Goodz is not even that structured, but Goodz stuck to his style. What he does is he just swags on people and makes fun of them, and just with his aura shows you that he's just more in control than you, and he's making more sense than you, and he's talking more things. Like, Goodz was very direct with Kaz. Kaz was, as usual, rapping about things that,
Like, I saw...
I'll knock an elephant down and I'll do all this stuff. Like, it's all this random shit that he's doing that's cool, but Goodz, like, kept talking to him about him. And there's a double-edged sword you're talking about. Like, everyone knows Kaz. What could Kaz say about Goodz? Well, battle rap, that doesn't apply with legends in battle rap, because we've been around for so long. We have more material than them outside. Goodz probably has more shit on him online than Cassidy does, bro.
Right.
Like, because Cassidy had his spurts and that was it. Goodz has been on YouTube since 2005.
Right.
Every month, every year, you're seeing him constantly.
But Goodz doesn't
blogs,
have
interviews, like mad fucking material.
But Goodz doesn't have an R. Kelly. Like that there's certain things that are just you're gonna gravitate towards these things so much. I actually thought that was kind of an ingenious thing that Goodz did, where he sort of like broke down the hotel lyrics and sort of threw that all back at Cass. Even though realistically, how much time has Cassidy spent around R. Kelly in his life? He said he's only met him twice, which sounds about right.
But the thing is that that's the beauty in battle rap, that you could take something that's successful, and you never know what happens. Time happens. Like, if R. Kelly was really like a noble person and he was well respected and rich and balling right now, then Kaz would be looking good with that. Like, yo, I got a record with him.
Yeah.
But he basically got a record with Bill Cosby. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you go, even though R. Kelly's the man, he still got that taint on him. So, yeah, he got the scar. So, like, once you bring that to battle rap, that's an easy way for you to make pissing jokes, bitches joke, whatever. Like, you could go anywhere with that. It's battle rap.
Where were you when he came to the hotel?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was y'all doing in that hotel? Nah, but
all right, let me ask you this. So I watched a Instagram live that Daylight did, where he's basically doing his thing, acting as if it was so obvious to him that Cassidy won.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
Saying that Cassidy just out-rapped Goodz, and really kind of ignoring the fact that this is a battle rap. This is really, it's not about technical rapping ability more so than it is about controlling the crowd and making that impression on people.
He didn't out-rap him. He didn't.
You don't agree with that at all?
Daylight talking, man. Yeah. He didn't out-rap him. His shit was just structured in a basically, he had it structured like perfectly in his world and his style. What he did basically, Cassidy did Cassidy 100%. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean he out rapped Goodz. There's different forms of rap. You can't just out rap somebody just because your shit was structured better. It's also out rapping somebody. Like, rapping means like saying something. So like, someone could out rap you with some personal shit that's about you and just rap it to you, and it's more effective than all the fucking extra shit. Like, all the extra shit don't matter if something's really hitting and he's really talking to you about some shit that applies to you about your personality. That's the most important thing in a battle, I think.
Right, yeah, because I mean, it's about making an impression one way or another. Like, yes, the example would be if we both wrote books, and if say your punctuation and your prose was better than mine, but mine was hidden. Mine had the sentiment, or vice versa.
Oh, you had the craziest book of all time, and I just had a fucking regular book that was written perfect. That does not make my book better than yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had somebody proofread my shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hey, somebody corrected it for me. I had,
Right. No, I totally agree with that. Do you think that there's any way that Goodz, or that Cassidy could have won when the reception in the room was so negative or so one-sided? Do you think that there's any, can you think of situations in battle rap history?
I don't think Cassidy can win. Like, the thing is, I think he has to like create his own environment like he did with me to look good. Like, he can't do that. Like, I'm surprised he even went over there and did that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, he just realized it wasn't the same. All the people behind him looked defeated as fuck. Like, it just, they realized they had a rude awakening what this shit really is about, and I just don't believe he really was a battle rapper like that. He was like one of the first people to like get famous for it, for going around spitting the same verse to people. Like Cassidy is technically not a battle rapper. I want everybody to fucking know this, and he can never challenge this because he's not that type of person. Like we used to go around, like we went from the Supernatural. Like Supernatural is a real battle rapper. MC Juice is a real fucking battle rapper. Cassidy was a studio fucking rapper that spit a verse on camera and became known for it because he was the most popular that did it. But battle rap, what really battle rap is, it's a whole nother engine that he has nothing to do with. So I don't believe like none of his wins in the industry and all that shit matters because industry dudes suck. Like like who the fuck, like who gives a fuck who you beat in the industry? We'd smoke anybody in the fucking industry. Like you have to create your own type of lane to be able to make it look good, like pay and use money and all kinds of resources to do it. And when you don't do that, the obvious comes out, and it's not being able to perform in front of a crowd. Like when me and Cassidy battled on day one, he was embarrassing. Like it was embarrassing. He couldn't even get through his fucking round. You know what I'm saying? Like he needed help getting through his fucking round. So, you know, seeing that happen, I don't think he'll ever, no matter how many times he comes back, he won't have like, he can't fuck with like the top 20 dudes in battle rap.
Right.
I don't even think he can fuck with the top 50, bro. And I'm being honest with you. There's a lot of people right now.
Right.
There's so many fucking incredible people right now. This point in time, 2019, like maybe last year he would have been top 20 or the year before. But this year, I don't even think he's top 50, man.
Right.
There's incredible dudes everywhere that would absolutely wrap circles around him. So
would you gladly sign up again if they were like, yeah, we want you to battle Cass
Battle
again?
Cat, never in my life.
Why
would I
not?
have
It was too much bullshit?
Yeah, man, that shit ain't real to me. Like, it's a circus. Like, why would I involve myself in that? I respect myself way more. I appreciate the opportunity that I got. I'm not, like, being ungrateful. I'm glad I got to battle him. Like, that's a crazy, like, chapter in my life. But will I ever revisit again? Hell no.
Would you rather battle?
Pay me for that shit.
Would you rather battle somebody like Goodz, who presumably is going to be a little bit more just like
and
straight up
because he
skills?
just battled Cassidy, yeah, like I would, because that's how I would get back at Cassidy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go get in the
You got to go for the winner of the fight. Yeah, there
you know,
go,
I'm not gonna go get in the fucking ring with him. You know what I mean? I'll go beat somebody that beats you clearly, and then that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to talk to you no more. So yeah, I would definitely. Besides, Goodz is a respected fucking battle rapper. Like, should be no reason why somebody says like, nah, I'm not going to battle Goodz. You know what I mean?
Do you put a big emphasis on like stage creep or how much stage presence somebody has, in the sense that when I was watching it, it felt like Goodz had like 60 to 70% of the stage, and that his crowd was sort of like slowly taking over the stage, and that Cassidy's crowd kept shrinking down.
Good. He deserves that, man, because they he deserves the taste of his own medicine, man. Hey, at the end of the day, I don't think you could take away from Goodz that he has the crowd with him and all that, because that's his fucking
people,
superpower. No, that's his superpower.
Right, okay.
That's what Goodz does. He comes and he takes the crowd from you.
So you consider that like to be sort of his, like,
he would have did that anywhere.
One of his main skills is that he's able to get
crowd control. He would have did that anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
He would have did that to him anywhere. He did it to Boston against Roan, which Roan is a fucking incredible rapper, and just made him look like nobody.
Right.
Like, just... And it's a foreign crowd. It was a fucking, not even a Boston crowd. It was Worcester.
Yeah, I grew up near there.
Yeah.
Damn,
that really don't sound like no hip hop to me.
That makes me think completely differently about what I witnessed.
Like that was like that was like hillbillies, or it was like weird. Man. Like, I don't know. To me, like, I don't want to look like I'm shitting on them too, because there's actually a lot of cool people in that crowd. But like, that crowd was like so different. It wasn't like your average LA or New York crowd.
Right.
And he still. How you gonna tell him, like, and it was on King of the Dot, so he's a URL rapper,
right,
and he did it to a King of the Dot rapper on King of the Dot. So you can't just be like, oh man, you know, it's not fair for Cassidy because Goodz had the crowd. No shit, man. Goodz has the crowd all the time because that's his superpower. You gotta figure your fucking way around it, not bitch about it and cry when the fucking battle is done.
Yeah, you know, there was a weird moment where Cassidy started just basically talking about where he has been and how he's been all over the globe.
That shit's nothing.
And I was just like, wow, this is a really like tragic misreading of this circumstance. Like, whatever you should be saying right now to make this guy feel bad about himself, it's not bragging about how many stamps you got in your passport.
Because people don't care. Let me tell you something. I'm on my 4th passport.
Right.
From stamps all covered since I was a kid. I've battled in more countries than any fucking human being. You know what I'm saying? I have battles in Croatia. I have battles in New Zealand, Holland, Australia, England, Canada, Sweden, Lebanon. Like, Philippines. Like, I've battled everywhere, bro.
Right.
And that don't matter to people.
No, they don't care.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you went and hung out over there? And
What
did a
percentage
show?
of people you think in that audience have a passport or have left the country? Close to 0%. This is not something
And that's
most
another
people
thing.
have done.
People don't, like, you know, rubbing shit in people's faces. Like, I
Right.
travel and shit. Like, first of all, you're disconnecting yourself from half the crowd. And then, like, that doesn't work in a battle. Like, that
Right.
doesn't mean, like, you can't tell somebody that. Like, nobody's going to be like, whoa, you ain't going to get no reaction for that. Like,
Exactly. That's crazy.
and Cassidy is he's known for doing that, misreading like what would work. Like when he was battling me, like if he didn't have those dudes with him, like he would have got absolute fucking booze.
Do you
from
think it's
people.
an
He was
issue of
talking about
experience?
his watch looked like yellow, like Cheerios, bumblebees on the Cheerio box. Like that don't matter in a battle. He started telling me how him and his bitch have menages in the battle.
Right.
Me and my bitch, we have a menage together.
And you're just like,
I'm like, what the? All right. You ain't the only one having menages, motherfucker.
it's a weird brag. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
like-
and it's, you know what it is
Especially
too?
like in your view, like you look at it like, oh my god,
Cassidy
like, what are you fucking bragging
emphasizes
about?
he emphasizes everything he says in sort of the same way. Like, you know, he would be like, my diamond's yellow like the Cheerio box.
Like, and it's like
It's
we're
like a
supposed to
parody of
fall
like
on the fucking ground. Like,
it's like a parody of what you think of like battle rap from the back in the day or whatever. Like if people that make fun of battle rap is almost kind of like the way
Yeah.
Cassidy's sort of really doing it.
I mean, you know what? He might be able to do good in a battle. Let me take back what I said because he's gonna watch all this and study it. He's realizing as long as they know he's a student of our shit, he's not no fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's just a fan of battle rap. He's been watching for the past 10, 15 years, scared to jump in, and he jumped in when he could. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't know, but maybe in his next battles he'll start being more direct and he'll take out all the, you know, extra shit that don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like these days, if you're gonna go on the part of your battle in which you just get lyrical and you say a bunch of random bullshit, you have to be rapping really, really well to utilize that time that you're not going to be doing the personal attacks and you're just going to be
Right.
rapping and just barring up. But you have to be going off. Like people fuck with you and various other people because when you guys are just rapping and not doing the personal attacks in the battle,
We're
you
snapping.
go very much out of your way to really rap your ass off.
yeah, like, and it's the whole structure thing too, like formulaic, being monotone the whole battle, having the same ending to every punch, and it's the same fucking shit the whole battle. Like, I don't know, that don't work, bro. That's like a song type of thing. Like he has a lot to learn in that aspect, so I think he should just suck in the L and not try to get all his little stance to make it look like he did better, because he's never going to become better if he doesn't acknowledge himself that he fucking got smoked. Like, if he doesn't see that, he's never going to grow. Growing comes from that, like realizing where you could be better. If you don't look back on your work and you're like, damn, I could make this better, you're just going to keep doing the same shit. And that's the definition of insanity. Like, he insane if he thinks, you know, that was a good showing. It wasn't. It was a horrible showing. I called the whole thing. I said he's going to have a good first round, and his second and third is going to be out of here.
But is that
Because
just a
it's
lack
experience.
of prep?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, experience.
It's experience. He cannot. He's not going to be able to do it. He's going to have to go for shorter rounds next time. He can't do it. He's trying to be on my level when he doesn't even rap like that. Like, you've never been stood there on stage and battled somebody for 20, 30 minutes. Why are you trying to do that? Like, just do 2-3 minute rounds and get the fuck up out of there. Like, memorize like 9 minutes of good material first and then build yourself up. Like, he wants to do all this crazy shit when he's not even built for it. So you see fatigue kick in and he loses his cadence and his breath is like, it's not the same, like, in his just character. Then when the other person's rapping, you see him start losing confidence and talking through the shit and just always talking because he's just fucking getting killed and he knows it. Because when you winning, you tend to big up your opponent. When you're winning and you know you're winning, you go, nah, that was fire. You go, oh, you start
You can
dabbing.
afford to do that.
Yeah, you could afford to do it because you can't do it when you're getting killed.
Right.
You know you can't, because if you do it when you're getting killed, you're basically co-signing the other person killing you. So you have to do all the fucking crazy shit. So that's how you know when somebody is tripping, when he starts whining and complaining during your punchlines.
That's what I always think when I'm watching someone react to the other person battling is like, to what extent do you laugh when they get a good line off, or to what extent do you pretend that it's not actually funny because you want the audience to not realize that even you agree that it's funny?
Yeah, that's part of the thing. It's
Yeah.
the game face. Like if you react to something, the audience will. If they see it visibly fucking with you, so people put on that game face. For me, I really like. I'm always having fun in my battles. Really, people never say anything to me that's gonna like make me go home and reevaluate myself.
When Goodz acted as if he was about to bring out the trans person, what was going through your head? Did you think it was really going down?
I don't know, because I know Goodz is like a slick dude. So like, I didn't know what was happening right there. I just seen like, before it was done, he already was like, I was just kidding.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
So he only let it go for a couple seconds.
He didn't. He should have let it go for further, because I just felt like I seen it. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck about to happen here? And
I had to rewind it so I could stare into Cassidy's eyes and try to gauge his like facial response to that. Because he was like, all right, bet, bring him out. Like, that never happened, so bring him out. And at that point, it doesn't even matter if it never happened. It's like,
you got too into it. Like, how you fall for that? That's another thing. Like, how like experience, you can't buy time. I'm trying to like, going back to what I was saying. Like, he's never been in the ring like that to have all those experiences, those different experiences. Like, you learn that from thousands of battles.
Right.
You don't learn that from just battling 2 times in your life.
Yeah.
All the other shit does not count. Those are not battles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have 5,000 of those too. Those ain't nothing.
5,000.
You know what I'm saying?
5,000 to 2. What's he saying?
Some fucking, his propaganda that he puts
that.
out.
Just
But
make your
I think
own
it's
number.
dope. Like, he does that. I don't even take offense to it. I think he's basically like showing us. Like, I learned from that actually. Like, I look at it. He's basically showing us that people are gullible, and that if you repeat something enough, like, he's basically, the way I look at it, he's like, hey, Diz, I'm over here clowning on, I'm over here tricking all these fucking idiots, and you're over here trying to make your point. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it looks like to me, because the people are going to follow him. And the people that follow him, he's successful doing that. So, like, those people, he has them, like, under a spell, and that's kind of cool.
That is kind of
Like,
cool.
you can't, like, he could sell them things. You can't be mad at him. Cassidy could put together packages and, sell them shit.
The real question is just like, going forward, do you think that this will push Cassidy further out of the battle rap world, or do you think that this is gonna make him want to
he
double
probably
down?
has to keep trying to double up until he gets like really embarrassed.
Well, it's like the most money he could potentially make doing probably like anything, so it's kind of worth it.
There's no way he needs battle rap badly. That's another misconception. Like, he comes around saying like, I don't need y'all and all this shit. He
What else is
literally
he doing
taking
now?
battles because battling now makes more money than doing shows and all this stuff that
you know, he
industry
gets
rappers do. Like,
$100,000 for a show is like the upper echelon.
yeah,
top
like
rappers.
you watch these guys, they're not getting paid like that. Like, I've been trying to get some industry dudes to battle, and they don't fucking get it. Like, you are not making this type of money to rap for 10, 15 minutes, bro. Like, so obviously, coming to battle rap and acting like you got something else going on, cut it out. All that fucking, oh man, this is just, I'm stopping here because I got some, cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
we don't buy it.
You need battle rap because everybody needs battle rap. We have like sponsors from all types of companies hitting us up because they know our advertisement brings in real fucking traffic, a demographic that actually buys things, that the right demographic. Like, when we promote weed shit and whatever it is, it's going to fucking stoners and people that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have like a real market where there's money in it. So, and there's not all this fucking extra shit and people pulling hands in your pocket. Like, if you go on tour as a rapper, like, how much of that money you getting of the tour money?
Definitely, you got all kinds of expenses.
What are you getting? Like 5% of the tour money?
I don't know.
10% of the like total money that's made, probably.
I'm getting
like,
0. Personally,
some people don't even get that. Like,
yeah.
So he needs to come back.
Definitely.
He needs to do good, man. And if he does, I'll be the first person to come back and be like, man, he fucking killed it. And we can't say nothing no more. I don't see it. If he battles like a real puncher, like, our style was a style clash, so he's able to get away with it. Yeah, I beat him. But like, if he battles like Rum Nitty from my squad, like LSC, like, we a real like punching squad, and we're the best squad in battle rap, and like writing wise, like, nobody could fuck with any of us. If you took Rum Nitty, probably the best puncher out of us. and he would destroy Cassidy. It would be a 3-0. Like, everybody knows that. This is not even up for debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, this
I gotta
is something
say,
everybody will agree with.
anyone who doubts the popularity of the battle rap scene, think about the fact that that battle came out the other day. It had happened like a month in advance. So if you're like a hardcore fan, you
already
probably
watched it a
heard a
month
lot
ago.
about it. You probably saw a bootleg version of it or whatever. That shit has 1 million views in like 48 hours.
Right.
From a battle, from
Well,
an
to put things
hour-long
in
battle.
perspective, me and Oxy got like 5 million views in 24 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's
we did
crazy.
5 million in the first like 24, like 3.5, but by the time it hit like 48 hours, it was already at like 5 or 6. Like,
Insanity.
yeah.
People
man.
still love that shit.
Battle rap is huge, man. And to be honest with you, man, that's not even the biggest shit, man. Like, we've, with the movie, like, TMZ's covered this shit. Like, people like this it's not no small niche underground shit no more, bro. Like, we now are respected by all the biggest people. We got money coming in. We get the views. We got the offers. And we rap better than everybody. I mean, there ain't no, you know what I'm saying? We rap better than everybody.
Hey, anybody who's watching this should definitely go watch the Dizaster interview I did, which has like 700,000 views or some
that's
shit
a cool
too.
interview we did,
That
man,
shit
by the
went
way.
up.
I should be fucking promoting that more. You know what? I'm bad at that. I need like a
bad.
team of people promoting links for me, because I should been promoting that link.
I let
man. I'm about to put
YouTube do
back
it for
up
me,
today.
you know? YouTube promotes it for you. They're the ones sticking it in the sidebar when people are watching. That's definitely what it is, and why it has so many views is because people who watch any of your old battles see it in the sidebar. Oh, I'm going to watch this shit.
Oh, yeah, probably because it pops up on the side. That's really good
And just
algorithming.
Just the fact that you have all these dozens, hundreds of battles on YouTube, that there's still, like, yeah, they already happened, so people aren't watching them like crazy, but people are still watching them to some extent, and then that's just going to lead them in.
Man, I mean, the amount of views that we have total, and like if you add bootlegs and all this shit,
God.
like we're in way over 100 million. Like, it's like, I don't even know where it's at. I remember like on Facebook, I had a couple videos that were like 10 million each.
God.
And then I have like cartoons and random fucking skits and shit with just millions of fucking views on it. So like the YouTube thing has been doing us very good, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's helping battle rap. Honestly, there would be no, like, as fucked up as this is to say, there probably wouldn't be no battle rap like it is if it wasn't for YouTube. We really owe everything to YouTube, man. They're the grassroots platform that grew with us. We grew with YouTube. We're almost like a part of YouTube blowing up too, because all the battling views together are way in the billions.
It's crazy to think that,
Way in the billions.
but that's like, there's so many cultures and communities that are like that. Like when I've read
That
about
blew
like
up with-
the dance community,
Right,
it's
right,
like the
right,
dance shit changed so much from
YouTube
YouTube.
put them all out.
Takes all these dance kids and just puts it so it's easy for them to
Yeah.
connect. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
they're all learning each other's moves and shit. It's just like, it could take any community that's doing something that can be captured on video and then just completely like ramp up the progression.
Let me tell you, man, in 2008, YouTube had been around for 4 years. 2008, there was videos with millions of views, but still there was nothing like the hundreds and millions and the billions and the millions of subscribers. People were still building it. Like 2004 was the first year. 2005, people were just getting into YouTube. It was still like fresh. I got 30,000 views on my battle with the Source. I remember when it dropped in 2008. We went on World Star first. I couldn't even believe that I was on World Star. I lost my mind. Like, this was the first year of World Star.
Right.
And when we hit, I remember I was calling people, bro, I just did 30,000 views in a fucking week. What? You know what? We about to beat the shit out here. Like,
Pop
now
the
we get
bottles.
30,000 views in like a second. But
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, when we first started this shit, we watched it grow piece by piece. And like, we were part of it. Like, I went all over the world and just kept expanding it. And now it's like a big worldwide thing too. You know what I mean?
Facts. Hey, shout out to my man Dizaster coming through. I really appreciate you. My consultant, my fucking sage, my guide to the battle rap world. We definitely got to do it. Hey, tell me one that I should go watch from the archive, just something classic from battle rap history that you assume I haven't seen that I should definitely go back and watch.
What, like a classic battle or like a crazy situation? Like how
Classic
I was telling
battle
you
of
about
like
that.
pure skill. Yeah,
Honestly, I
it don't
want
got to
you
be
to
somebody
watch-
getting punched in the face.
Honestly, I want you to watch. These two guys, Dumbfounded.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to interview him soon.
That's my dog. You should have been interviewed him. I think
Yeah.
I told you to interview him when I first met you.
Probably.
I told you to interview him. And yeah, I did. I 100% told you. I told you on the show too, which is excellent that you're doing it because
Yeah.
that's the guy. I did one of his podcasts too, man. It was awesome.
Oh yeah,
He has a
does that one,
podcast thing, Fun with Dumb. Dumbfounded versus Tantrum.
yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Or you could honestly here. You have two choices. That is the classic West Coast funniest fucking shit of all time.
Okay.
One of our beginners, the first battle to hit 1 million views. This was back in 2008. And then there's Dumbfounded versus Conceited, which has like 7 or 8 million views on it.
Oh.
And that one was from a couple years ago in Canada and Blackout, and that one's fucking amazing. So Conceited and Dumbfounded versus Tantrum. Those are the two dudes that I am consulting you with.
You're just a full-time consultant now. That's just who you are now. All Dizaster does is consult everywhere he goes.
Getting paid for it now too.
Walk
man.
up to some old lady on the street like, I'd like to consult you on what you should be doing with your mouth for the next couple hours.
That's the new line for the bitches.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming through. I'm going to holler at you next time we got some bullshit to discuss.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Peace.